Good afternoon, everybody. It's your boy, Pigskin Pete. Happy Thursday to everybody. I don't know why, excuse me. I don't know why I'm laughing or smiling right now. I didn't win the lottery or anything. Nothing happened to, extra special today to make me so happy. I guess I got just happy because I just walked in the door and I figured, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to do my monthly edition of responding live to the comments video that I do every month. So if you guys are new here, like once a month, once every 3 or 4 weeks, I go into my YouTube dashboard, my creator studio, go right to the comments and read some of them and respond to them. So that's what I'm doing today. And for some reason, I get a kick out of this. I didn't even get a chance to actually read the comments. I literally got home 5 minutes ago. Didn't have a chance to read them. Just pulled up my YouTube app and came on here, which I think makes for a better reaction in the first place. So if I read your comment, and well, let me word it like this. If I don't read your comment, if I skip over your comment, don't take it personal. It's because I'm looking for the interesting comments. Otherwise, we'll be here for 3 hours reading comments. If I do read your comment and I react in an unfavorable way, don't take it personal. I still appreciate the comment. I just give you my reaction. So anyway, well, we're gonna get started here. All right, here we go. All right, so here you guys, you can see this is just my YouTube desktop app here. And so these are literally in order of most recent. I mean, you can see this top one here from Hyatt Weezy. Something's going on with my headphones. From Hyatt Weezy, this just came in 12 minutes ago. This is in real time here. And what Hyatt Weezy says is no one was talking about... No, I did read this one because it came across my phone on my notifications, and I retweeted it out. So, Hyatt, you're on Twitter right now. And when I was on my way home, I got this, and I retweeted it. So I have seen this one before. But it says no one was talking about Clemson 10 years ago. Laughed my ass off. And in another 10 years, they'll be right back to where they've always been. Right back to irrelevancy. Now, this Hyatt, unfortunately for Hyatt, there's a couple things to unpack here. Of course, you could see my my response to that underneath it. I said Oklahoma fans care a lot about Clemson, especially since we waxed that OU ass the last few times we played them this decade. Cry about it, which is true. That's number one. But number two, and probably most importantly, is Hyatt, he fits into a category of thousands, if not millions, of other college football fans who have been telling Clemson fans this for the past 10 years. You've been telling us this since 2011 and 2012. That nobody cared about Clemson until now, and you'll go back to being irrelevant. We heard this after Taj Boyd and Sammy Watkins and Nuke Hopkins and Andre Ellington. You know, that amazing team, Vic Beasley and Grady Jarrett and Stephon Anthony. Those guys, you know, that Clemson team, after they all graduated, it was, Clemson's going to go back to being irrelevant now. Nobody cares about Clemson. Then Deshaun Watson and the rest, and the other group of people comes in there. You all know who they are, a bunch of NFL. I mean, these guys right now, that Deshaun Watson team on offensive defense, I mean, these are some of the most dominant players in the NFL right now. When they left, Clemson's going to go back to being irrelevant. You guys got lucky to get Deshaun Watson and Mike Williams and Jordan Leggett and all these other players. Oh, yeah, you're like Wayne Gallman. You're lucky. You're going to go back to being irrelevant now. Oops, that don't work no more. So what do we do now? Now the only reason you win is Osterine. 3 players in the history of Clemson football for 120 years. The 3 of them tested positive for Osterine, got suspended for the postseason. But Osterine. And now this jamoke right here is just living on, this is a loser's mentality. Because you know what the reality is that Oklahoma, and no disrespect to Oklahoma fans, but, maybe you want to tame your boy here before he comes on and makes comments like this. Because I don't go after OU fans. I don't do it. But I do respond to OU fans, or any other fan for that matter, when they bring it and say stupid shit like what he's saying right here. The fact of the matter is that OU has been irrelevant for the past 10 years. They can't make it past the first round of the playoffs. They get smoked the last few times they played Clemson in big bowl games. And they just lost to K-State. And they're scratching and clawing their way to try to get back in the playoffs. So he has a lot of anger, this guy. Hyatt Sweezy. You have a lot of anger, sir. But you're misplacing it. I'm not the guy to go after. You're coming at the wrong guy. For a lot of reasons. Number one, because I can't do anything about your irrelevancy right now. Number two is because I will destroy you. Like I just did. Next comment. Bulldog Freakazoid. So I haven't even read this comment yet, but I'm assuming, I mean, one can only assume, right, that this is a Georgia fan. Bulldog Freakazoid. Texas A&M and South Carolina, you want to be respected for those games? Stop it. This is what Bulldog Freakazoid says. Now, there's so much wrong with this that where do I even start? And this is only, two short sentences and one incomplete sentence of a comment. Bulldog Freakazoid. You lost to South Carolina at home. Do you not realize that? You are ranked one spot lower than Clemson. Clemson's 5, you're 6. You're dogging South Carolina, the team that just beat you at home. That's what you're doing right now. And Texas A&M, look, hold on. Hold on a second. I might not make it through too many of these comments if they're all going to go this way. But here's what I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to do something. This is impromptu, not scripted. Here's what we're going to do right now. I want to pull up Georgia's schedule because I don't know it off the top of my head. I know it's bad, though. Let's do it. Georgia Bulldogs football. Here we go. All right, so let's look at Georgia's schedule so far this year. Through whatever. I don't know how many games. I think they might have had 2 byes at this point. So, they've only played 8 games, I think. Why the hell does this say going back to 2017? Jesus Christ. All right, there's South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Murray State, 9-7, 8-31. All right, here we go. So, this is what Georgia's done this year. Bulldog Freakazoid. Your beloved Bulldogs. This is the amazing schedule they've played so far. Vanderbilt, week 1. Murray State. What state is Murray State in? For 500. I have no idea. Arkansas State. I'm guessing that's in Arkansas. Arkansas State. Then they got outplayed, but still beat. I'll give you credit for this. They beat Notre Dame at home. I streamed that game. They won by 6 points when they were favored by over 2 touchdowns. Good job. Then they beat a floundering and terrible Tennessee team early in the year. This is back when Tennessee was still terrible. You know, Tennessee was having a hard time beating anybody with a pulse. Literally, I'm not even making that up. And they're literally a pulse. 43-14. Good job. Then number 6. Isn't that ironic? Back on October 12th, almost exactly a month ago, Georgia was ranked number 6 in the country by the meaningless AP poll. And what did they do? They lost. They lost to a currently 3-6 South Carolina team at home. Unranked. Terrible team. I mean, you're talking about a team here that benched their all-time great starter. What's that Jamoke's name? I don't even remember that guy's name. That's how irrelevant he was, but they benched him, brought in this Helinski kid who, you know, the third time he's ever started a college football game, I'm assuming, was against Georgia, and he beat you. No, wait. I take that back. He either didn't play that game or he got taken out because he got injured. So the third string quarterback for South Carolina beats you. after that. So the next week, they play Kentucky. We all know Kentucky's a national power. I mean, this is a great football team, Kentucky. When anybody thinks of great football in college, the first name that pops in your mind is the Kentucky Wildcats, right? Everybody knows that. Well, the score at halftime was 0-0. Georgia goes on to win 21-0. They finally found, they woke up from the dead in the second half. So then the next week they play in the largest outdoor cock party. Wait, is it cocktail? No, anyway, the largest outdoor cock playing party against Florida. Florida, who, let's be honest here, probably the most overrated football team in America after 2 months. Period. 24-17. Good job. So what do you have left on your schedule? Missouri. Missouri is a team that just lost to Vanderbilt, but beat South Carolina, though. They Kelly Bryant, the former Clemson Tiger quarterback that everyone said was better than Trevor Lawrence. Where's this R.J. Young guy? Everybody know R.J. Young, the Oklahoma fan? Said that Kelly Bryant was a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence. As people subscribe to this guy and take him seriously. Break. Then you got Auburn. Somehow Auburn, I don't know. Auburn, they're in the SEC, so they could lose 8 games out of 12, and they'd probably still be ranked in the top 25, because they're in the SEC. These guys lose, continue to lose, so that'd be considered a good win for you, I guess, if you win. Then you have to play Texas A&M. So you're making fun of Clemson beating Texas A&M 24-10. And by the way, did you watch the game or did you just read the box scores? Because it was 24-3 with 10 seconds left in the football game. That was an absolute domination and ass whooping. Clemson had their water boy in there in the last 10 seconds of the game, and Jimbo Fisher has his starter still in there to score a trash touchdown with 10 seconds left in the game to make it 24-10. So you better hope you beat Texas A&M with all that big talk, buddy. And then you have to play Georgia Tech. God forbid you lose to Georgia Tech. We saw what Clemson did to Georgia Tech. So we got quite a few common opponents here. We got 3 common opponents with Georgia this year. I'm just learning this now. Georgia Tech. Clemson beat them 52-14, I think it was. 52-14. Has Georgia scored 52 points on anybody? Let me go back. Yeah, they scored 55 on Arkansas State. Other than that, they haven't scored 50 points on anybody. Nobody. Not even. Hold on. Yeah, nobody. So yeah, I'm bragging about A&M, a domination. Yeah, I'll brag if we beat South Carolina and dominate them after you lost to them. Yes, I will. I also brag about winning 24 straight games, winning 2 out of the last 3 national championships. Whoever this guy is, Bulldog, Freakazoid, I guarantee this guy has not seen his team win a national championship. Unless he's over 40, it hasn't happened. And with a name like Bulldog, Freakazoid, I'm willing to bet he's not over 40. Probably not even 20. Oh, great. Hold on. This is going to be a longer segment than I thought. All right. God. Paul Rogers, I would say that as time goes on, chance of 2 SEC teams in the playoffs becomes slim. There's a lot that has to happen for that, but it's definitely not. Excuse me. I'm burping. Definitely not out of the question. Paul Rogers again. For a clear homer. Now, I love when comments start out that way. Clemson helmet in the background. Great observation, sir. I mean, you must have better than 20/20 vision. You're very insightful and pragmatic. So he starts off with telling me I'm a homer, which is, let's be honest here. It's an insult. People don't say that trying to be nice. Which by the way, I don't care. I'm a self-proclaimed homer. But being a homer does not eliminate me from being pragmatic or insightful or objective whenever I want to be. But that's just that's the world. That's the YouTube world I live in. So anyway, so he says I'm very insightful and pragmatic. Nicest analysis. Subscribe. Thank you. He also says, I will say at this point, the committee has no choice to say one team looks better. It's just a reality of the situation given the data for now. Well, first of all, I agree with you, Paul, in that. The problem I have is that when it fits what they want, they'll say the team just looks better. And when the stats that they use fit a different narrative, then they'll use the stats. So they're just not consistent. You got to stick to something. I would have more respect for the committee as a whole, is that they just said, forget the stats, forget the strength of schedule, forget anything. We're going to sit around and talk about who we think the best teams are after watching the games. Now, is that fair? Probably not. But at least it's honest. At least it's honest. And what they're doing right now is not honest. This is not a politics channel. I don't talk about politics. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're all a bunch of crooks. These politicians, no matter if you're right, left, middle, whatever the hell you are. But they're starting to act a lot like politicians. And we all know how the general public feels about politicians. We can't stand them. Most people can't. And this is the way that the general public feels about this committee, is they can't stand them because they're like politicians. They lie through their teeth. They piss on your face and tell you it's rain. So, I don't know. I think I agree with you. But thanks for the backhanded comment. And thanks for subscribing. Again, if I'm skipping over yours, it's not personal. Smell Mop Who says it's all about TV ratings and highly ranked matchups. The ACC is not delivering that. Well, I disagree that it's about TV ratings. I don't think the committee cares about TV ratings. I think that they feel like they're doing what they should be doing, but the reality is that if Clemson were to play Ohio State in a playoff situation, do you think that's not going to get good ratings? Yeah, believe me, it would. It would get very good ratings. So I don't think it's about that at all. Forget the ACC. Clemson is not the ACC. Clemson is Clemson. So, yeah, Clemson, when they play against highly ranked teams, there's no problem with TV ratings. So it's not about that. But thanks for your opinion. House M63, Clemson needs to get their kids back on the juice and they will be fine. Well, I don't know, because their defense is better than it was at this time last year. Now, I mean, I don't care what you heard on ESPN or whatever you heard on whatever YouTube channel that you watch other than this one. Clemson's defense is better than it was last year. I mean, you just have to deal with the facts. It's a fact. They're better than they were last year. And guess what? The offense isn't any worse. In some cases, better. So you have to deal with that too. So, yeah. Sorry about your luck. Minnesota and Baylor won't make the moolah. If they were in the top 10, they would have put them on national TV low ratings. He's the second person to say this. He's talking about TV ratings and money and how that plays into how they are ranked. I don't think it plays into how they're ranked. I just don't. I mean, it might play into how they're ranked with the AP poll, because the AP poll is about as biased as it gets. It's a bunch of sports writers, and they've got friends. They're friends with certain coaches and they're friends with certain players. They have alma maters, all of them. Do you think a South Carolina or AP writer is going to give Clemson any credit? No, and I don't blame him for doing it. But it is what it is. So yeah, the AP is a different story though than the committee. But I don't think that it really affects the how they're ranked for the playoffs. I just don't. I mean, the bottom line is that Minnesota and Baylor just aren't as good of teams as Clemson and Alabama and Ohio State. Now, if Minnesota goes on to win all their football games, they deserve to get in the playoffs. And believe me, again, I'll say to you the same thing I said to the last guy that brought the money situation up and the ratings up. Do you think that Minnesota in the playoffs against anybody in this top 5 wouldn't get good ratings? It would, because it would be a Cinderella story. And who you would even, I'd argue you might even get higher ratings if Minnesota or Baylor got into the playoffs. Because people love a good Cinderella story. People that don't even really care about college football would watch that game because they want to see Minnesota, this team that came out of nowhere, win a playoff game. So I don't buy into that. J Job says, Pigskin Pete to Ohio State fans, Clemson is your daddy. Yes, that's a good point. J Jobs has become one of my new taglines because, well, first of all, it's true. Second of all, if Clemson ends up making it into the playoffs and Ohio State ends up making it into the playoffs and they end up playing each other, I have a very, very, very special segment here on the Pigskin Pete YouTube channel. It's completely dedicated to Clemson being your daddy, and it would be a lot of fun. So listen, a lot of Ohio State fans out there, I give them a hard time, or they give me a hard time, and I fight back, and I don't fight fair when I fight back because I have an ability to do so that they don't have, and that's this channel and this microphone. But it will be all in fun. So the people that can handle it stick around. And I do actually hope that we play Ohio State in the postseason. I really do, because I think it'll be a lot of fun for everybody involved. This guy Randy Farnsworth says, Pig Pete, slow down and read slowly. You're all wound up. Read what? I think that's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said in my thing. What's this guy talking about? Slow down and read slowly. You're all wound up. Well, he's responding to this video over here on the right. You can see the thumbnail for it, where I just played Dabo Swinney press conference and then laughed at Ohio State fans for saying that they'd beat Clemson by 30. There was no reading involved in that. So I don't know what you're talking about, but more power to you, buddy. Todd B. Y'all funny. You were all talking about Clemson's number 1. How are you going to be number 1 on a 24-game win streak? Ohio State has an 8% chance to make the Big Ten and 3% chance to make the college football playoff. Everybody was sleeping on Ohio State. This is about this year, not carried over from last year, yet you will still don't want to give Ohio State credit, even with the best strength of schedule in the top 10. That being said, we will make the playoff. All 4 teams ahead play. So what is everyone crying about? I don't know. I can't even understand if he's an Ohio State fan or a Clemson fan. Well, I did respond to it and told him that I've had Ohio State ranked number 1 for over a month now, in my opinion. So I don't know what did he say here? Clemson's number 1 and Ohio State's got the. I don't know. I see. This is the problem. Again, and I forget this comment. I do remember responding to it, but I respond to so many, and they all get jumbled up. He's saying that he agrees with me, but I don't know. I mean, it's sometimes I can't tell even what fan people are. Aaron Short, looks like this guy's on a roll. Aaron Short's a longtime viewer, subscriber, and commenter, so thank you, Aaron. Oh, I mentioned that Las Vegas said that Ohio State and Clemson have they're favored to win the national championship in Vegas, odds-wise. That's just a fact. I mean, and he's telling me that he's not sure that Vegas has Clemson winning the championship. That's not what I said. So you're right. You're not sure about it because that's not what I said. I said Ohio State is the favorite to win the national championship, and Clemson is close behind them in the odds. So those are the 2 teams, the top 2 teams that are favored by Vegas in odds-wise to win the national championship. He's telling me he's not sure about that. Well, just look it up. I mean, don't take my word for it. And then he says, well, Vegas is wrong. Yep. Yeah, Vegas is wrong. Everybody knows that Aaron Short knows more about who's going to win what, and that's why he's a billionaire and Vegas is poor. He's on a tantrum here. He just says, everybody shut up. Bama's winning the national title. Roll Tide roll. So that pretty much sums up the mentality of Alabama fans across the board. And that's starting to rub off on a lot of Ohio State fans, apparently, because they think that just because they're ranked number one after the first ranking that they've already won the trophy. But I got quickly reminded from some Ohio State fans that said that they're fans of my channel and they like what I do and all that don't lump them in with all the idiot Ohio State fans. And I understand. I understand that. I know it's not every one of them, but if I get a large group of a certain fan base that attacks me in any way, then I lash back at the whole fan base. That's just what I do, and don't take it personal, because it's not. It's just everybody calm down too. By the way, we're talking about a football game. I mean, Jesus Christ. Well, I could do this all day. Don't even get me started reading Jimmy C's comments. Look at these comments. If I spend half the time commenting on somebody's YouTube channel as Jimmy C just did on these few posts, I want somebody to punch me in the face. He got way too much time on his hands. I can even read them. Thanks, Jimmy, for the comments, though. All right. So that'll do it for today. I actually spent way more time on doing this than I expected to do, but I like to do it once a month or so because it's fun. I hope you all enjoy it too. These type of videos, they don't get a whole lot of views, but I know some people do enjoy it, and I personally love it. Fun for me. So I'll see you guys soon. Thanks to everybody for stopping in. If you want to support a good cause, betnow.eu. Click the link. Use the promo code Peete, P-E-E-T-E. Deposit some money to play with. Support St. Jude's Children's Hospital. #SamStrong. And have some fun. Also check out howardsrock.net if you're a Clemson fan. We do some fun stuff over there. And that's it. I have some other stuff coming up this weekend as far as streaming. So my goal right now is to stream pretty much every Clemson game for the rest of the year. I was going to stream the LSU and Alabama game, but it's on at 3:30, I think, this weekend, and that's not a time that I can stream for my schedule. Only time I can stream is at night, and I'm not missing the Clemson and NC State game, so I'm going to stream that. And then, of course, the week after that, we play Wake Forest, which is going to be a huge game because Wake Forest, provided they win this weekend, will be ranked in the top 20 at least. That's where they are now, maybe in the top 15 depending on what happens this weekend. So I'll stream that game, and then we have a bye week, and then the week after Thanksgiving, or the Saturday after Thanksgiving, we play South Carolina, and I'll stream that game. So it looks like probably most likely the remainder of the regular season I'll be streaming all Clemson games. So the Clemson fans will like that. The rest of you might not care, but I don't care if you care. So, all right, have a great day. Thanks to everybody. Pigskin Pete, check it out.